Amorim's last match as Manchester United head coach, his successor revealed an incredible Premier League flop, and for the first time in 31 years, a shocking stat involving Liverpool, Chelsea, and United. Plus, Milan are officially moving for a Liverpool star. All of that and more in today's episode. So make sure you stick around because the drama is unreal. Another wild round of Premier League action has shaken the table. And the biggest surprise of all came at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace stunned Liverpool with a 2-1 victory. And while the result shocked many, the truth is that Liverpool's team play has been underwhelming all season. Their wins come more from individual brilliance rather than cohesive football. Arne Slot himself admitted after the match that the first half was dreadful. With Palace deserving a 2 or 3 goal lead, if not for Alisson's heroics, Liverpool rallied late but once again conceded from a set piece. Slot openly admitted the frustration lies with his side's own mistakes. Palace, meanwhile, have now climbed to second place in the table. And suddenly what looked like a mid-table season for them is turning into a fairy tale run. Manchester United, however, remain trapped in chaos. Ruben Amorim's side crashed to a 3-1 defeat against Brentford, and the performance left fans furious. Amorim admitted his team played exactly the way Brentford wanted, unable to cope with first balls and second balls, and apologized to supporters who, as he said, don't want to hear excuses. Only results. The loss leaves United in 14th place. A small improvement from last season's disastrous 15th, but nowhere near the expectations of the club. Chelsea are no better, falling 3-1 to Brighton, and Enzo Maresca blamed another red card for completely changing the game plan. Without Palmer and Mudryk, Chelsea looked toothless. And Maresca admitted that gifting opponents goals and red cards in consecutive matches is killing their season. Elsewhere, Manchester City are on a tear. A 5-1 demolition of Burnley has put them level with Arsenal, with Erling Haaland continuing his ridiculous scoring form. Guardiola laughed when asked about Haaland's numbers, saying they look like a joke, but that's just Haaland's job. Even in games where he barely touches the ball, he still gets 4 clear chances. Tottenham, however, missed their shot at going second after a 1-1 draw with Wolves, keeping them stuck in third. And here's the crazy stat. For the first time in 31 years, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Manchester United all lost on the same day. That's how chaotic and unpredictable this Premier League season has become. Over in Germany, Bayern Munich are running riot, led by Harry Kane, who has already scored 10 goals in just 5 matches. Dortmund are trailing in second. In Spain, the Madrid derby turned into a nightmare for Real as Atletico thrashed them 5-2. Xabi Alonso had admitted it was a deserved defeat. Their first of the season, and urged fans to be patient as the club is still building a new era. But the result means Barcelona suddenly have a golden opportunity to take top spot in La Liga. Now back to Manchester.
Added where the pressure on Amorim has reached boiling point.
Reports claim he now holds the worst win percentage of any United manager since World War II. After the Brentford defeat, he said he's never worried about his job and will simply do his best until the club decides his fate. But the truth is, the financial situation is what's really keeping him in charge. If United fire him before November 2025, they would owe him a staggering £12 million in compensation. His contract runs until 2027 on a £6.5 million annual salary. And despite his earlier words about walking away without payout, legally the club would be forced to pay him in full. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, already managing heavy debts, is reluctant to trigger that clause. But the next match against Sunderland could be decisive. And the international break would provide the perfect window for a managerial change. So who replaces Amorim? According to Football Insider, Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner is the top target. The Austrian has transformed Palace into genuine contenders, but prizing him away mid-season won't be easy. Palace would demand £8 to £10 million in compensation, and Glasner himself isn't pushing to leave. That makes him more of a long-term option for the summer. In the short term, Michael Carrick looks like the fruit runner. He knows the club inside out, worked on the coaching staff after Solskjaer, and is currently free, which means no messy negotiations or payouts. Gareth Southgate is also on the list, but his cautious style doesn't excite the fans. And after Euro 2024, he's shown little interest in diving straight back into club football. So unless Ratcliffe is willing to write a £20 million check to clear out Amorim and pay for Glasner, Carrick is by far the most logical interim option until the summer when United can go big again. West Ham, meanwhile, have settled their own coaching drama. It's now official. Nuno Espirito Santo is the new head coach, replacing Graham Potter. Negotiations were delayed due to legal wrangling with Nottingham Forest, but the deal is done. And Nuno arrives with Premier League experience from Wolves and Spurs. He's expected to bring structure and discipline. Exactly what the Hammers lacked under Potter. Liverpool are also busy behind the scenes, working on a move for Bayern Munich defender Dayot Upamecano. His contract runs until 2026, but Liverpool are eyeing him as a free transfer option when he runs it down. With Ibrahima Konate's future uncertain, Upamecano could be the ideal replacement. AC Milan, however, are making immediate moves and have gone official in their pursuit of Liverpool defender Joe Gomez. The Italian giants have already submitted a £13 million offer for a permanent deal. Gomez has fallen down the pecking order at Anfield. And while Liverpool aren't eager to lose him without cover, the player himself is reportedly open to the switch. The domino effect here is fascinating. Liverpool are targeting Crystal Palace defender Mark Guéhi, and his signing could unlock Gomez's exit. Virgil van Dijk even weighed in, saying Gomez is his friend and he'd love him to stay, but acknowledged that football is a business, and the move could happen as early as January if Liverpool land Guéhi Manchester. United are also preparing an unexpected transfer move for January. Reports claim they want to bring Conor Gallagher back to the Premier League after his recent switch to Atletico Madrid. United see him as the energetic box-to-box midfielder their squad badly needs. And Gallagher himself isn't against returning to England if he's guaranteed a starting role. Atletico, however, have no intention of selling so soon, which means United would need to come with a very serious offer. It's another sign that the club is preparing for big changes once the managerial situation is resolved. Over in Spain, Real Madrid are caught in a tug-of-war between two midfield targets. PSG's Vitinha is their dream signing. But with no release clause and a price tag of over €100 million, negotiations are extremely complicated. Vitinha is crucial to Luis Enrique's system, and PSG are digging their heels in. As a result, Madrid are now intensifying their pursuit of Nico Paz from Como. Just 21 years old, Paz has exploded in Serie A with 3 goals and 3 assists in 5 matches, and Madrid see him as a cheaper but highly promising alternative. The twist? Chelsea are also pushing hard for Paz, already in talks with Como as they desperately look to add dynamism to their midfield. So Madrid face a choice: pay big for Vitinha or risk losing Paz to Chelsea. Either way, January is shaping up to be decisive for their midfield rebuild. So, to sum it all up, Liverpool's crisis continues. United are edging closer to a managerial sacking, Chelsea are unraveling with red cards. City are unstoppable, Bayern and Kane are flying, Atletico humiliated Real, and Milan are circling Joe Gomez. The Premier League chaos is peaking, La Liga is wide open, and the transfer market is buzzing with plots and counterplots. That's all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Let me know in the comments, should United stick with Amorim or cut their losses now? Should Gomez leave Liverpool for Milan? And do you think Real Madrid should splash out on Vitinha or gamble on Paz? Keep watching for more football action and have a wonderful day.